Joe in real life. I slept terribly last night, in and out of a nightmare that kind of became episodic, where an old friend, a college friend, visited me in the dream and we went on an adventure. It was still a nightmare, but that part of it was nice. I feel much better today, but still not good. And I think I'm going to go for a heavy single and just call it. Thinking maybe that tomorrow, April Fool's Day, is a more apt day to begin this reemergence. 3 weeks later will be my 47th birthday, which will give me a 3-week stint to knock all of this poison out of my system. I don't know. You're probably sick of me saying tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. I'm optimistic at my core. I know I don't seem like an optimistic person, but I am optimistic. And I always think I'll bounce back faster than I do, which of course, I don't know, I can't think of a single time I've ever been right. But also, I still think it, and it doesn't matter. I suppose that's a little silly. I'm going to do some yoga. I'm going to do my squats. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to reach out to my old friend today. And that's my to-do list, you know? One of the feelings I had when I got up from the dream and remembered my old friend, who I hadn't thought about, not really, not seriously in years. You know, he's one of those people that I think about often, but I almost never think about seriously, you know? And he was as good a friend to me as any friend I've ever had. So I'll reach out to him, or I'll begin the letter, at least today. It does feel important, you know? Life's tough, man. We're all struggling. And I don't have any wisdom for that, you know? I think that people like to say that, you know, something in the same wheelhouse is everything happens for a reason. And that the reason you're going through this to transform so that you're better suited for something next. And I've even been caught saying those same platitudes myself to friends who are fallen into a bout of bad luck, you know? And it isn't like I'm trying to be deceptive. I mean it when I say it. But if I'm honest, I don't think it's true. Not really. I think it happens sometimes. And I think because it happens sometimes, we get a little observational bias and we feel that it's true. Because the thing only has to go your way once in order for you to believe there's a pattern, you know? The truth is, I'm going to get bleak on you again. I think suffering is at the core of the thing. Life. And that we have to pivot around it for joy. You know? I don't believe that suffering, I don't believe there's any intent to it. I don't believe its meaning is transformation. Yeah. And I don't like that about myself. But also, that's at the core of me, you know? I genuinely believe that is the case. And I see no evidence to the contrary. Anyway, woof, right? As my son would say, woof. Let's get to it, huh? I'm gonna go do my business. I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna try to relaunch this whole being a proper adult thing. After my nightmare vacation, I'm ready to get back to work. So stay tuned. So I sped this part up to triple speed because it's genuinely boring. Basically, I built up to 185, which I'm honestly kind of happy about. That squat is maybe just deep enough, which is fine too. Like, I wasn't being overly conscientious, and if I'm honest, I think I'd like a notch lower. Let me look again. No, it's good. It's good. A notch lower though. I think a notch lower. Anyway, this felt just awful, you know? I did my yoga. I did my burpees. I did some other inane bullshit, which I felt neither good nor bad about. And then I got to squatting, and yeah, that depth is good. I take it back. And anyway, like, I could feel both that the weight was going to move and was going to move well, but also the stress on my nervous system. It just felt taxing in an atypical way. Maybe that makes sense. I was also cleaning at the same time, which is something I like to do when I'm not really into working out that hard. I'll pick a chore and I'll do it between sets as my rest period. So you're seeing me sweep up around the place now, And I just did singles and I just built up. I was a little surprised to see 185 move, which that's kind of embarrassing and silly, but also, like, I really didn't think I had more than that. Or I figured 170 would be okay. At least worth a try. So what I think I might do tomorrow is take 95, 50% of this, and go for 5 sets of 10. And yeah, actually, now that I'm saying it, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can take that for a ride tomorrow. It's tough, man. It's tough when you disappoint yourself, you let yourself down. You let the people in your life around you down, whether they want to admit it or not. That's what I did. Well, and let's be clear, they don't want to admit it. In fact, they're pretty insistent it isn't the case. But I know what I did. I know the extent of my crime. It would be easier for me on some levels if they just let me have it, If they're just went on a rant about what a piece of shit I am, what a liar and a fucking fake. And, that isn't even a true statement, But it would be easier for me in a way. If you're an addict in recovery, you know what I mean. And if you're not, maybe you know from some other dastardly action you took in your life. I think it's a common enough piece of shame, Anyway, I did get a workout in today, and it would count as an actual workout, a light workout and a silly workout in some respects, but a workout nonetheless. Tomorrow's April Fool's. Gives me 3 weeks before I turn 47. That seems like a good amount of time to turn this body around, turn these old bones into something. Sorry, I got a piece of gum. What else, man? I don't know. I'm going back to work. I'm a little nervous and excited and embarrassed to do that. My job, they don't know anything about what happened to me and they don't care. That's how jobs are. I don't have to tell you that. They're honestly just happy to have me back. And I'm happy to be back, but also, in the background, in the subtext, always that shame. That's what that dream was about last night. Like losing touch with my friend of all those years is just another way in which I've dropped the ball on life. And I want to pick the ball up, but it feels so gone. It feels so powerfully out of sync from where I am, and that there's so much to do that I'm not sure I can successfully get there. But so what, right? You got to try, you know? You got to do your best. Um, what else, guys? I don't know. Maybe that's it. This is Joe in real life. I love you. Be good to each other today. I'm going to try hard to do the same. And tomorrow, happy April Fools, right? I'll put 50 reps on my legs and see if I can't really hurt myself. You know, we'll see, right? I don't. Part of me doesn't think it's it's a doable amount of work, and it's at a doable weight, but I don't think it's a good idea. So I guess we'll work through that together. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. That 185 looked good. Yeah, good enough. Till tomorrow.